Clap, clap. Hello, and welcome back. It's another edition of An Unorthodox CEO. Oh dear, CEO even. I'm Steve Pickering, the CEO of Sussex Beds, and today I am joined again by my son, Josh, who we met quite a few episodes ago.
Yep.
And today we're going to be talking about something that's been quite a hot topic in our business over the last 6 months, really, isn't it? We've been focusing on, which is engagement and the power of performance reviews. So we're going to be talking about that. But first, before we go on, actually, for those that are watching, you'll notice today that I have my Mickey Mouse shoes on, and there is a reason that I am wearing my Mickey Mouse shoes on, because I went to get my retro ones out this morning and a dog had chewed the back of them.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, gutting.
Naughty dog.
Well, maybe this is a cry to Vans to try and sponsor the podcast.
Yes.
I'm also wearing Vans today.
We are the van. Yeah.
So if they could sponsor the podcast, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then we could get some new Vans for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anyway, before we go on, I have a new follower total. Drum roll, please. We now have 116 followers across all platforms, that is. Yeah. That's not bad. However, there's still 75% of our listeners that have not pressed subscribe.
Really?
And not pressed follow.
That's terrible.
75% of you. So 75%, press that like and follow button.
Absolutely.
Now.
Yes.
Yep, we're not going to move on until you have. Good, that's all done. Fantastic. Yeah, as though I can see it all happening now. Let's crack on. Let's talk about engagement. In fact, I think we'll start with some statistics, and this is something that we've shared internally recently at a manager meeting and leadership meetings and things. And these are global stats that in an average business, only 23% of your team are engaged. 23%. 62% are not engaged, and 15% are actively disengaged. Now that's quite scary stats, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Now, in our business, we have 62 members of team. So what that would equate to is 14 members of the team that are the drivers, the engaged, go above and beyond. We then have 38 that are not engaged, and then we'd have 9 that are actively disengaged if we put those numbers into our business.
Yeah.
So I guess really what is engagement? And I've got a list here of bits and pieces that would sort of suggest that they are engaged. And I'd go through a few of them. So consistently exceed their job description requirements, demonstrate genuine enthusiasm for company objectives, show high levels of creativity and innovation, take ownership of outcomes, not just tasks, stay late when needed without being asked, celebrate team success and supporting struggling colleagues. So that's a few of the pointers.
Yeah.
Not engaged, so they complete tasks but rarely exceed expectations. Participate in meetings but don't volunteer ideas. Focus on individual tasks rather than team objectives. May be competent but lack passion for the work. Don't speak up in team discussions, and rarely offer to help colleagues with their workloads. So they'll just focus on their own selves and not much else. Mm-hmm. Now, the dangerous ones are the actively disengaged. So openly express dissatisfaction at work or at management. Resist change and new initiatives. Show frequent absenteeism. Discourage engaged colleagues from participating. May actively work against company objectives. Complain about decisions rather than offering solutions. And create a toxic atmosphere in their immediate work area.
Yeah.
So they're the dangerous ones. Josh, any thoughts on that?
No, I think Amanda, who we work with, puts I guess if we were to colour code it, the reds into a real good, it was an anecdote, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About people that you're all in a boat, and some people are helping to move the boat forward, some people are just sort of sat there waiting for everyone else to pull them forward, and then there are some that are actively drilling holes in your boat. I think that's probably the best way to imagine that.
And realistically, you don't want people in your organisation that are drilling holes in your boat.
Absolutely not.
That's what we're saying, really, isn't it?
But I think the real facts are that in most, there are still.
Yes.
And you're probably extremely rare if you haven't got someone that's doing that.
Sabotaging.
Somewhere.
Yeah. But I guess, and this is from the discussions that we spoke about recently, is engaged people, so the 23%. Yeah. And you've got to be a realist. You're never going to have 100% engaged team.
Not for bigger businesses, no. I think when you're a smaller business, if you just a start up with 3-4 people, you might have those.
Yep.
But once you start to expand, I think, isn't it the fact that I think it's anything above something like 10 to 12 people, that's where you start to get
these numbers
dilution.
Yeah. But I think the main objective is to, when you're looking at engagement, is don't get too stressed on the 62%. What you want to do is encourage more of the 62% to join the 23%, increase the 23%. Yeah. And it might only be 1 or 2 more people that are actively engaged can make a huge substantial difference to progress and achievement.
Yeah, and I think in the past we've got bogged down in that 15, the bottom reds.
Yes.
We've got bogged down that people aren't turning up to stuff. They don't want to come to a Christmas do. They don't want to, those people we put too much focus on in the past.
Yes.
And so I think, trying to focus on that middle group, trying to edge 1 or 2 more into that is certainly healthier for us anyway.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, I mean, what sort of things can encourage engagement, really?
I think what we found, I think you may have mentioned it before, about when we did when we integrated with NetSuite. One of the biggest successes for us was the super users, wasn't it? It was bringing people in to try and help integrate this new system, and they felt part of something. Yeah. And I think it wasn't about money. It wasn't about what they were going to get out of it. It was being part of something important. And when people feel like they can have input to drive forward, I think a lot of people thrive off that.
Yeah. And I think autonomy, I know it's a word that I use quite a lot, isn't it? Feeling as though you have freedom to make decisions and take a direction. Yeah. And I think that helps hugely with engagement, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the fear of not, being bollocked basically for making a mistake. I think that can be a real...
So a safe environment is what you're saying.
Yeah, where you can take risks and know that, you're not going to get in trouble for it.
Micromanaged. Yeah. Freedom to make your own decisions.
Yeah. I think it's really important.
Yeah. Some of the initiatives that we've done recently, and I think we're in just 3 months in now, and it's a monthly team happiness survey.
Yeah.
And I think it's provided a anonymous forum to be able to communicate your concerns, your fears, but also your happiness. And it is what I think was really quite clever, because it goes through our HR portal, is the question. And we ask one question. So this goes out from the 1st to the 7th of every month now, and to the full team. And it asks one question: how likely are you to recommend Sussex Beds or your company as a place to work?
Yeah.
And when I first read that question, I thought, well, I just want to know how happy you are. But if you think about it deeply, that question, if you 1 to 10, I would recommend someone to work there. What you're saying is, it's a place that I love, I'm happy, and I would recommend people to come and work here.
Yeah.
If you say 4 or 5, actually you're not that happy at work. So actually the question is clever.
Yeah.
And what we've seen is that when we first done it, there was, and it's all anonymous comments, there was some things, some internal things that were irritations. But almost each month on from there, the irritations have, they've offloaded, and now it's far more positive comments coming back, and the score has gone up, the NPS score's gone up month on month on month. Now, I don't say it'll continue to do that, because there'll be challenges and things ahead, but I think that was a really good initiative. So we get a pulse survey every single month of what is the happiness, the general happiness out there.
Do you know what I think is good is that you share the score every month with the team.
Yeah.
So they can actually see, obviously from the results you get back,
yes,
what the percentage is.
Yeah.
Happy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we send that out in the newsletter, don't we? So it's completely transparent.
Yeah.
At the end of it, it's anonymous. It doesn't have to be. I just want to know what's going on. And I think communication is a huge part of engagement, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, people like to feel like they're in the loop and they understand what's going on with the business
and feel listened to, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with it. I was chatting to Jess, who works for us yesterday, and we had a really good discussion about engagement and just how people are feeling, and she said that one of the biggest things is just feeling heard, and being able to have a conversation with someone, and not, I think, yes, at times you want things done, but actually it's not about actions all the time coming out off the back of a conversation. It's just having that conversation, someone feeling like they can get things off their chest, vent a little. It might be it might be a little bit painful to hear every now and then, but actually to have that conversation and someone get that stuff off their chest is exactly what they need. It's not to fix everything for them.
No,
it is just to hear them.
Yeah.
So I think that's something I took a lot from that actually yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something you've learned, like that you can't fix everything? Is that hard to take?
I think, yeah.
I think it's something you struggle with.
I struggle with it big time. I want to fix everything. I want it all to be perfect. But yeah, I'm having to try and work on that, because you just get, tired and knackered. Okay. I'd love to, but
it's something that I've spoken to Josh about a few times recently. And his frustrations that things aren't perfect.
Yeah. And I want everyone to enjoy their working environment. Like, you spend so much of your life at work. I hate to hear that people aren't enjoying it for whatever reason.
No.
And so I do want to fix them things for them.
And we take it personally.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, another initiative obviously is like functions and Christmas functions and parties and things like that.
Yeah.
And I remember a couple of years ago where we had over 100 people attend our Christmas function. Bear in mind, we only have a team of 62, and we have their partners and we have some guests, but we had over 100.
Yeah, it's mental.
And all of those people are enjoying themselves, having a great time, but what really hurts is, that person didn't come.
Yep.
And you start focusing and on that 15%, the people that don't come, not the majority that do come here, and you tend to take it personally. It's like, what's wrong? Why? We gave you enough notice. Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
But so we do tend to take it personally.
Yeah, we do. I think it's a bit like human nature as well. At times, it's tough to see anything but the negative points. When you that was a really successful Christmas do, and it's hard not to.
And to be honest, the ones you want to like keep close and be there are that 23%.
Yeah,
they're the important ones. They're the ones that really drive, and really the focus should all be on, if they're there and they're happy, then, you know, let's try and drag more into that 23%. But they're the important ones.
Yeah.
The ones at the bottom are not. It really is the top engaged people that you should be really focusing on.
I bet there's people putting their team into segments in their head right now.
Yeah. So I guess really that is the point, isn't it? For you all out there to think, who's your 23%? How many would you put into that bracket, and how many would you put in the disengaged? You know, because realistically, you don't want the disengaged.
Yep.
And moving on from there, I see another thing that I think is really key is, again, it's communication, but team understanding the goals, the annual goals. And we do an annual meeting every year where we go through what we want to achieve this year. But the autonomy side is then we have our 90-day quarterly meetings with back office team, which is driving what needs to be done over the next 90 days. But also the managers meeting, where we bring in all the managers from all the different stores every quarter.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important one, whether, again, it's a forum to be able to share, but also get information. But from the 90-day planning, it's for everybody involved in that. You decide on your rocks. We go through a whole day process. What are the key things, and then you whittle that down, and then you come away. And it's that autonomy that I'm making a difference. This is the thing that I need to do as part of the big cog. And I always feel that we always come out of those 90-day planning sessions where are draining, are mentally draining, but
just a bit.
Yeah, I think everyone comes out that with a sense of purpose, that they belong.
Yeah.
And I guess also, if we look at engagement, the closer we are to the hub, the heart, the more engaged teams are. The further we get out, we do lose that. I suppose that it's how we can bring them involved, isn't it? And that's the challenge, especially on our scale where we're so spread.
Yeah, it's not to say that it doesn't dilute everywhere. You still get people that are further from the hub than you might expect, that are still in that green.
Yeah. And as you touched on, I think the committees. So we started talking about that, and that's I think been a really good forum, isn't it? And we've created several connected teams. So as you say, with the IT, we had the super users, and that really opened our eyes to actually it's not about money, as you say. It's about feeling part, feeling included. And every single one of them, I think there was five super users, 6
there
super
was 6
users,
at one point, yeah.
Who got that early training, and then had to shared that training with the greater team. Yeah. And people would come to them, and they were included and feel part of it. And it identified several really engaged team members out of that group that have gone on further from there.
Yeah, and I think that's probably it. Is that it also allowed us to see the potential in those people, because a lot of them had more potential than what we originally saw. Yeah. I put the message out to the team and said, "Who fancies it?" Yeah. They put their hands up, and we may not have known that they had the skills that they did at the time. So it was really important that we did that, and you think how well they've done since that point. It's really good.
And then prompted more others. Connected committees. So we've got a product committee. So from the sales floor, every quarter they meet and they go away with the buying team. So they're included. their day job is still sales and sales function, but they're connected to the decision process. And then Victoria, you've started doing a social committee, so bringing in a team that help you with the social media, and again feel included and part of that. And I think it just spurned these other ideas and branches out, and then we the IT side as well, isn't it? And which was identified from the project, who's now works alongside Shane and the team here on a part-time basis.
Yeah, brought Chris through, didn't it?
Yeah. So I think we've built more engagement through those committees. I think really have done an incredible job, those committees.
No, it's really good. I think you do need to be a bit brave with it, though. Yeah. Is the only thing, because I think you'd love to have full control of everything.
Yes.
People, I think naturally you want to have full control of it, but actually letting people have the opportunity to step up and have an opinion or take a task off you. I think we've certainly struggled with in the past, but I think we're all getting better at that, aren't we? So just letting people have their own part of the business is a little bit tricky.
I think letting go is always difficult, isn't it? Yeah. It's something a lot of people struggle with, because people will do it differently to how you do it. That doesn't mean it's wrong.
No,
it's just different, and it's accepting that. And accepting sometimes that it might go wrong, and you've got to support that when it goes wrong,
even if you didn't believe in the decision in the first place.
That's quite tough.
Exactly.
That's quite tough. Yeah, and I guess the other big thing for engagement, and it's something we now are pretty hot on, is one-to-ones, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're probably one of the most important things.
And this runs all the way through the business. Everybody has a 3-monthly one-to-one. And that's we call it a formal and an informal one-to-one. So every 6 months we do a formal, where it's a full process about the job role, the tasks, the values, and both parties mark each other, and then there's discussion from that. And then there's the informal one.
Yeah.
I must admit, I do like the informal one.
I like the informal one.
And in fact, a few times we just go for a walk, don't we, on the informal ones?
Yeah.
Walk along the prom in the sunshine, maybe a sneaky drink on the pier. And
I've not done that, to be fair.
Have you not?
No,
oh.
That was you and John.
Oh, that was me and John.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I did do one with Sarah, and I bought her an ice cream. So that was nice. But I think the importance is having that place again to be able, and I think the importance with the one-to-one is that there's a time and place coming up that I can either say the good stuff that I want to say, or there's issues that I want to bring up.
Yeah.
It provides that safe space to do so. And the reason I say when it's booked, you can, if you've got an issue and you want to say, look, can I have a word? There's already a negative.
Yeah.
I want to go into a room and have I've got something I want to say. There's a negative feel about it. Whereas in the safe environment of the one-to-one, it's there for that, and there's that freedom to do it. It's not can I drag you into a room and have a conversation?
Yeah.
Things can be brought up, and difficult conversations, but also good conversations. And I think out of it comes personal development. I don't see performance reviews as you're not doing this right, you're not doing that.
No,
it
never.
really isn't that. It's about saying, this is your strengths, and then we agree. Do you agree that this is where you could improve? So what can we do to help you improve on those elements?
I think, when it comes to performance reviews, though, I think the power isn't in what you say, it's what they say.
Yes.
And it shouldn't, yes, you'll probably have things that you'll want to bring up. However, certainly what I've found is if you we use those review sheets, a lot of the time I don't need to bring it up because they have already identified it themselves, and at that point they're almost managing themselves.
Yes.
You reinforce it, and you can give them guidance on how to get better, but the power is not in what you say, it's in what they say.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. Because, I mean, just to explain, our performance review sheets are the job tasks and role that you mark yourself on. Then there's the value side.
Yeah, and that's
so.
Really important
and the value side, if there are attitude issues, that's where you can bring up those conversations.
Yeah.
You know, if there's job issue tasks, that's where you bring up that, and it's just a nice, safe, because they mark themselves.
Yep.
We mark, the reviewer marks it, and then you come to you've marked differently there.
Yeah.
Why have you marked that? Why have you marked that? And then you come to an agreement of, okay, well, I see where you're coming from, but do you think you should? Oh, okay, I see. And it really does break down those difficult conversations, I believe, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I've spoken to other people in other businesses about performance reviews, and so everyone calls them appraisals, and I think appraisal has a negative connotation to it in everyone's mind. You always think, I'm going to get, I'm going to get in trouble here, and that's not how it should be. Someone should go away from a performance review feeling more motivated than when they went in. Yeah. So I think if anyone doesn't do it now, you should get into it now. Yes, you'll have a bit of resistance at first because it's a change and people think, I'm just going in to get shouted at because I'm not doing that one. Like it is, there might be a bit of confrontation, but I think once you actually get going with it, people get comfortable with the outlook and how it actually works. And they are just so rewarding. And a bit like what we were saying earlier as well, it's another chance for the team to vent off how they feel. If they've got issues, they come forward with it. Again, it's just another sounding board that I think really helps engagement. Certainly with my team anyways, that's how I feel with it. I always think that they should go away from it feeling more motivated. No, and if anyone out there wants our performance review sheets, I'm sure we'd be happy to share what we use. If they want to get started with it, we'd have no issues.
Send us a message,
absolutely.
If you want to see what we do. Because it is important, and it can be dismissed as I've got more important things to do. There's normal tasks, it's taking time out, but it really does
should be a priority.
Yeah, it should be a priority.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think just wrapping up on this, so we've just about to start. So this month we launched a new initiative as well. Which is about Kudos. And again, this runs through our HR platform, and. What we've done is anybody that is granted Kudos, so the team grant each other Kudos, will be entered into a make your day, spin the wheel, a Kudos event. So once a month, and out of that they will anyone nominated gets on the wheel, and we're going to do it on a TV, send it out on a video, and the winner will then get an extra choice of an extra day's holiday or a little reward. But it's interesting, this come from a speaker at one of the Visage things, and what it does is it encourages Kudos, and it's all about the small stuff. It's all the little bits and pieces that happen on a day-to-day basis where you make someone's day easier, or it's aligned with the values. And just what that does is, it's not just about the two people, the nomination and the nominee. It's about what that message does for the greater company, is saying this is what we all should be doing, and if it's simple stuff. I'm trying to think of something that's gone through, but just having the goods all wrapped, ready for the delivery guys as they come in.
Making their job easier.
Made their day easier. And if everybody done that, then everybody would be happier.
You'd have a bloody efficient business as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's spreading that word of what is good, cultural, ethics, really.
Yeah.
And anyway, they get onto the wheel, and the response has been huge. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen so much kudos. I'd absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I think out of the 62 team members, I think we're up to 50 have been nominated for one thing or another. And they can be nominated more than once. Yep. So the more times they're nominated, the more they go on to the spin the wheel. And that will go out next week.
Yeah. Is it? The first one?
First one's next week. Wow. So, but what the speaker was saying is it becomes less about the reward and the gift, but actually having your name up there. And then we'll publish in our newsletter all of the different kudoses. So that everybody, again, it just reiterates and confirms that this is really good practice. Yeah. So that's another new thing we just brought out this last month. So yeah, cool. Yeah, no, it's cool. So I guess really we need to move on to quickfire questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got them for both of you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So name one thing every employee should come prepared to a review. Name one thing that everyone should bring to a review.
Oh,
like
Josh?
A question or something like that.
I'd say the most important thing is to come.
Are you going to say what I'm going to say?
Go on in.
Open-minded.
Yes. Yeah. With a growth mindset. It's like, I want to know, where can I improve?
Yeah. 100%.
If you come to a performance review with that attitude, you will get the most out of it. Yeah. Come on, tell me, where can I improve? How can I be a better person at my job or within the business?
Yeah. I'm not going to let your feedback hurt me. I'm going to use it for good.
Absolutely.
Love that. Okay. What is your favourite question to ask in a one-to-one?
Favourite question? I don't know if it's a specific question, but it's using the coaching method and just be interested. So, tell me how, why, how, what. Digging deeper and really trying to find the deeper information. I'm curious, naturally curious, and I'm just interested in finding out more.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a specific question, because it depends on the different people, but really just, and tell me more. And if you don't know, if you did know, tell me what would that look like. And I'm just interested.
I think one of the questions that we use is like, what made you successful in your role over the past 4 months, 3 months?
Yeah.
And I quite like that one, only because most people, again, the negative connotations with performance reviews, they still will focus on what am I not good at, and that's good, but also I think a lot of people use that question. They go, oh, actually, I did all right, and so that's quite a nice one, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, fill in the blank.
Okay.
Performance review should never be about.
That's your word.
What's my word?
Is
that it?
That counts as a try.
Should never be about. I'm trying to think of the word really. Josh, help me.
That's tough.
Sorry.
You've stumped us.
You've stumped us.
Should I do another one?
Yeah, go on then.
Engagement, this is fill in the blank again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Engagement is strongest when?
I think people feel part of and connected and listened to.
Nice.
I think trust is present.
Yeah. What was the other one that we stumped us with?
Performance review should never be about.
Telling someone how to do their job.
No. As Josh touched on earlier, telling someone.
Yeah.
What you want is someone to go to say it themselves.
Yeah.
To
coach it out.
Yeah. If you just say to someone, I think this, it'll be like, whatever.
Yeah.
If you can try and coach them, say it. So how could you do that better? What would make you a better person at that job? And they then respond with the words that you would, it's trying to get them to say what you're thinking, because then it will resonate more with them.
It's much more powerful coming from them, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I think if you're telling someone, I think probably you've lost the conversation.
Yeah, it's much more difficult for them to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last one.
Yes.
What is your go-to way to recognise a team win?
Go-to way to recognise a team win?
Yeah.
Like a team success.
Yeah.
You've got some really tough questions this
I
week.
think it's a motorway.
Go on then. What gone?
Yeah.
Meals out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
Taking someone out for coffee or cake.
Right. Do you know what? I think the most important thing, we can go down the meals and the gifts, but actually, kudos for me. And some people, it's public kudos, so like we use on the kudos forum thing. But others, it's just, I love what you did with that email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even you sent out a fantastic email this week, didn't you? And I messaged back to Josh and said, "Well, brilliant email."
It was. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was motivational. It really got to the point, and I think it's recognition again, isn't it? Really, being recognising, and I think kudos is far more powerful than people really believe.
Yeah, and I think you're onto something with like some people prefer it one way, some people prefer it another. I know that there are certain like store managers of ours that if I ring them up and say well done, that means so much to them. For some, it's on like our channels and being shown to everyone. They love that, and so finding out how that one person reacts and what they find more rewarding is, I think that's where you want to a winner.
I don't think it is gifts, because
I mean I don't mind a gift.
Well, do you?
If you
all right.
Yeah.
But I think
definitely a mixture.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But, no, I think it's down to the person.
Yeah,
definitely down to the person.
Okay.
Was that it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay.
They were tough questions.
They were tough questions.
Yeah. That's good.
Are you getting us back for your questions last week?
I know, of course.
From many listeners out there, let's do a tip of the week around engagement and performance reviews.
Yeah, so I think the most important thing with any performance review, whether you're employee or employer, is making sure that you're honest. If you're not happy, be honest.
Yeah.
Get it out there. Because certainly what we found is anything stored, anything unsaid, builds and builds and builds and just makes people more unhappy. So making sure you get things off your chest and be honest. At
the time. Don't let them build.
Don't let them build.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. There we go. Tip of the week. Well, I think that's it for engagement and performance reviews. I hope you've enjoyed this little discussion. It's quite different to what we've normally done, isn't it?
Different.
Yeah. So let's wrap things up. I've got my little wrap out card.
Do you want me to read it?
Oh, do you want to read it? Okay, Josh is going to wrap things up this week. We're mixing it up. Josh is going to read it.
Let's see if I can do it with no fumbles.
Okay. No fumbles.
And that's a wrap. I've been asked to remind you to hit that follow button so you get notified when new episodes come out. We're 15 episodes in now, and we want to know if you have any questions. Ooh. Leave them in a review below and we'll answer them in a future podcast. And I think that's actually a good point. This has been a different one to what you usually do.
Yeah.
Bit more of a chat rather than an interview type thing, getting to know someone. So let us know. Next week, we're going to be joined by... Oh no! Who?
We don't know yet.
I'm not sure. Okay,
I
fine.
had safety before. Oh, God. Yes. Did you not hit last week? So we're going to do another one next week.
Good. Okay. Well, next week we might be joined by someone. We may not, depending on how things go.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Uh-huh.
Hello everyone, Victoria here. We will be back next week and we will be joined by Sarah, our HR manager, and she's going to talk to Steve all about the hiring process, interviews, and how everyone gets one. Thanks, bye.
That's for sure. New episodes drop every Wednesday, so don't forget to tune in. And if you want more unfiltered business talk, you can find Dad on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at an unorthodox CEO. And if you're watching in the morning, Good morning. Oh, this makes me cringe. Go on. If you're watching at lunch, enjoy your lunch. And if you're watching in the evening, enjoy your sleep. Have a great night. Goodbye.
I bet you wish you didn't do that now.